back, guys. We're here for game 2. Darkrai taking the first one. Espeon hitting for a little less because of the resistance, and Darkrai was able to snipe a few Pokemon early on and take the couple prize advantage. So we'll see what happens here. TJ will go first. Looks like he mulligans, so Sean will get a +1. We saw that Sean was able to, like I said, just set up a little faster, hitting for almost 180 every time. At one point, he was just able to tack on too much damage on his Pokemon, so TJ just couldn't hold out long enough. So we'll see what they start with. Got Eevee and Shaman. So TJ will draw his card, go first. Needing to explode fast here, taking the first turn, getting that 1 energy advantage, possibly on the Darkrai. Of course, we've got Virginia Regionals coming up, weekend of May 5th. It's going to be a pretty decent tournament, I hope. Nice turnout. We're going to see the same few decks, I'm sure. Stay in the spotlight with Volcanion, Turbo Dark. You're going to have your Mega Mewtwo's and other things nice. Your Decidueye Plume being still a good choice to play. So I think I'm calling for a little bit of a repeat for decks to show out in top 32. So we'll see. That's in a couple weeks. Maybe the meta will shift to something else. So TJ's going to Ultra Ball for Shaman. One of the other decks that saw play but didn't see play at Utah was Espeon Decidueye. Didn't see any variants of that this time around. Maybe that'll be a different play for you, VA itself. I'm pretty interested to see what happens that weekend. Tauros and an Eevee come down. So we'll be continuing the segment on the road to Virginia with things like more feature matches, deck analysis, things of that nature. So we hope you guys tune in for that. We're excited to bring you more content every time we can. PPG itself has a good amount of players, hopefully heading out to V8s. So it'll be PPG's Pokemon team's first big showing at a regional. Danny Altavilla is traveled to a couple around the country this year, doing fairly well himself. So hopefully our team will be able to do well at the first regional we attend as a team. So TJ passes. Sean draws, he uses an Espeon, gets the Darkrai, attaches a Dark to the Shaman, an Experience Share to the Darkrai, and then the Fighting to Shaman there. Trying to beef it up in case the Try and gets knocked out for whatever reason. He uses Shaman to get more cards to his hand. So yes, Sean's build playing no Hoopa. He's stacking 2 Nest Balls. I think he's told us that he's also going to try Hoopa in there, freeze up 2 slots with Nest Ball, potentially to play something else. So we'll see if he changes it up, how he likes it. The deck's been performing pretty well so far. Like I said, it's always a strong choice. Probably going to be a huge showing of them out of the regionals coming up. So out comes another Darkrai and a Eeveelutions. Looks like Sean goes ahead and Sycamores. Gets fresh 7, so nice turn start for Sean. Really exploding on Pokemon on his bench, and energy's out. Sean's played this in a couple challenges so far, placing well, winning one of them. TJ's also been playing different variants of Espeon, did really well with an Espeon variant a challenge ago. Looks like Sean's using another Ultra Ball. searching another Eeveelutions, flushing out his energy accelerators quickly. So he trained his mouse, see what he's digging for. TJ had kind of a rough start. Sean passes. His play next turn will probably just get that Shaman off board and out of the active. Just getting everything back, resetting, getting another Shaman. As TJ hard evolves to the Espeon and the Jolteon and Sycamores, so I guess that kind of worked out where he's able to evolve those two and at least get a new hand. So he'll need to kind of go off here to really catch up to the energy placings. 60 goes, DC goes on the Taurus. He hits the Shaman for 60. Sean plays his first secret and uses Sycamore, dropping the Ultra Ball. So fresh 7. Not exactly what TJ wanted to see. Down comes the energy. Out comes a Max Elixir. So things getting a little dicey here now. Lots of energy's out. He does hit it. Goes down on the Eeveelutions. He'll be able to Sky Return, get those other 2 dark energies, so he'll have energy for placement in his hand as well. Places an odd amount on the Tauros as well, putting a decent little amount of damage, but not enough for an effective GX attack. So his play will probably just beef up a Darkrai as much as he can, and then try and come in and one-shot it with the 40 damage on it. TJ places the energy on Espeon. He's first secret for N. Hoping to start the deck up running a little bit. Down goes another Eevee. She's also talked to us about teching the Espeon with something else, maybe playing Decidueye himself. He's also been playing Mewtwo. He's not quite sure. I think he's also been testing Eeveelutions for VA. All decent choices. Of course, the meta is going to kind of become down to a choice on that one, with multiple decks being extremely weak to certain things and being really bad matchups overall sometimes. So the continued testing will go on. We'll be bringing you more different builds of decks that we think might be potent for that weekend. Sean goes ahead and uses some Ultra Ball. There's 60 damage on the Eeveelutions from the Horn attack on Tauros. Just drops a Silent Lab and a Nest Ball. Picked up that Shaman, so now he's got that extra bench slot. Looks like he's gonna not get anything from that, just kind of looking through his deck, possibly to see what was left, get a good idea of his plays ahead. So out comes the Dark Energy. Sean checking his discard maybe for to see if there's a Dark Energy, or what he's possibly already used so far in this game. So teacher's just lying in wait to see what the next play will be here, how his turn will progress from this point on. The Tauros, of course, a danger for Sean. Getting too much damage out, he's able to Lysand or maybe knock out a Darkrai with the Experience Share on it. That would definitely hurt. So I think he just goes ahead and hits for the Oblivion Wing, energizing the Darkrai there. So as it sits, Darkrai's hitting for 100, still not enough to knock out that Tauros one shot, even with the 70 on it. So TJ goes and uses the Ultra Ball, maybe wanting to see what's in his deck as well. for a Pokemon to help his bench beef up a little bit. The Games also has the League Cup coming up, so hopefully we'll do well on that. We'll give you a report on that, decks used, good stuff happening for PPG. We hope everyone does well at VA coming up. So he searches the Lugia. It's not a bad choice. It's an extra attacker there that maybe can swing for a good amount of damage. Of course, I just want to give a shout out to PPG and Ultra Pro as the sponsors. We really appreciate you guys and everything. We're happy to bring content every week for Pokemon and going forward. Hope you guys enjoy the videos. If you guys have any suggestions, anything like that, make sure to hit the like button. So he uses the Olympia on the Tauros to heal 30. Out comes the Espeon. Hits it for 30. I'm sorry, hits it for 60. It's actually doing double the damage from weakness on that Jolteon. So it's now confused as well. So I'm just weighing his options on what exactly he can do. He goes and rolls for the attack and actually gets it. So 30 will go on to that Espeon, and he will be able to energize the Dark onto the Yveltal. So he went for the gamble roll and he got it. So TJ's turn gets the Sycamore. Discards what was left. Draws 7 new cards. So definitely what TJ needed. Hopefully here he can combo with a few things, get the deck moving pretty well. I think Sean used Hex Maniac the turn prior, so that Jolteon will be ineffective going forward this turn. Parallel comes down and Sean chooses to drop the Shaman. Good choice. Floatstone on the Tauros now. He's starting to power up the other Espeon a little bit. He'll hit for 30 for that knockout. So out comes the Darkrai. Hitting for 120. It's pretty good. Espeon not really hitting Darkrai for a lot, so going for the 2-shot isn't actually that difficult. So TJ just kind of seeing what's going to happen here. Sean probably counting up his damage, see what his options are. So he's going to Lysander the Tauros. I'm hoping to go for the knockout here. Counting up his damage. I think at this part our camera kind of froze up on us for a second here. He does play the energy actually. He does have the energy for the knockout. Sorry about that freeze frame there. So T-Shape elects to promote the Espeon. So he's hitting for 140. So he was able to knock that Tauros out. It had 40 on it already. But out comes that Espeon. Of course, only doing 10 damage with Psybeam with the confusion. So he plays the Tauros. He does play the Dark Energy on it, so it's hitting for 160 right now. So he's 10 off from knocking that Espeon out. Of course, he is confused, so he still has to roll through the confusion for the attack to go off, but he'll still be 10 short. So things getting a little dicey now for TJ. Darkrai's hitting for a ton of damage. I'm able to pretty much knock out the rest of his Pokemon line on the bench, except that other Espeon. But it's too far. It looks a little too far gone at this point, just from sheer damage output. Unless TJ has something he can pull off in a combo. Sean has the Kukui, so he might be going for the gamble roll here. If he hits that, he'll actually be able to knock out that Espeon. He plays Silent Lab open, that Parallel City, so opens his bench, and he rolls and he does get it. Look at that. Knocks out the Espeon, gets the roll. Big gamble there for Sean. Went for the knockout, rolled it, got it. That's pretty devastating there at this point, I think, for TJ. He's just not able to keep things up. So the Darkrai gets hit for 10, and he's confused still. Experience share go down on that Tauros. Just hitting for 160, right? Yeah, 160. Plays the other Darkrai. All three Darkrai's out. Plays the energy, hitting for 180. Versus Seeker and Akuko, you could do it. So that was a huge roll from Sean last turn. Big knockout. Hitting for 180. So all TJ can really do is retreat. He can't knock the Darkrai out, so he has to retreat that Espeon. Out comes the Lugia. That Lugia also being able to get knocked out one shot here at this point. TJ plays the parallel, knocking that damaged Espeon off. But at this point it doesn't look like it matters. Darkrai's just hitting for way too much damage. A simple Lysander, if he keeps this Lugia out, it's going to be a knockout, so he does. He elects to attack. I think he just knows that the game's pretty much over here. Sean just making sure to tally the damage up one more time. Well over what he needs to knock out. And yeah, TJ knows it. Goes down with a Pokemon out. So good game. Darkrai takes it 2-0. The lucky roll from Sean on the confusion definitely swung that in a direction that probably couldn't come back from. So we appreciate you guys watching the videos. We're coming out with more stuff here. So again, well, thanks PPG and thanks to all the viewers. That was our first feature match on the road to Virginia. So have a good one, guys. Appreciate it.